What is DNS? How DNS work? DNS translates human-friendly domain names into machine-readable IP addresses, allowing browser to local and load websites. Let's discuss step-by-step DNS resolution process. Step 1. User send the request. When user type domain name like google.com into browser, your computer begins the process of finding the corresponding address. Let's go to second slide and second step for DNS resolution. Step 2. Local cache check. Before reaching out to the internet, your computer check the local DNS cache. Below activities performed by DNS to check the local queries. Browse where cache. Store recently visited domains. Operating system cache. Maintains a system-wide DNS records. Router cache. May hold DNS info router previous requests. Let's go to slide 3 to discuss step 3.
Step 3. Recursive DNS server query. How? Step 3. Recursive DNS server query work. If the IP isn't found locally, the request goes to a recursive DNS server, usually provided by ISP. The server acts like a detective, tracking down the IP address. The existence of recursive DNS servers is crucial. This is because they support the authoritative DNS servers, which would not otherwise be able to handle the workload created by themselves. Additionally, DNS resolvers distribute the load of the huge number of user requests and make the resolution of domain names way easier.
Slide 4. Root name server contact. The recursive server first contracts a root name server which directs it to appropriate top-level domain, TLS server example, .com/org. A TLD, top-level domain, is the suffix at the end of a domain name, like the .com, in example.com, which categorizes websites by purpose or location. A domain is the full web address, which includes the TLD along with the name preceding it. The TLD is the highest level in the domain name system, DNS, hierarchy.
Let's discuss step 5. Top-level domain TLD name server lookup. The TLD server points to the authoritative name server name for specific domain, example google.com. In the DNS hierarchy, a top-level domain, TLD, represents the first stop after the root zone. In simpler terms, a TLD is everything that follows the final dot of a domain name. For example, in the domain name, google.com, .com is the TLD. Some other popular TLDs include .org, UK, and .edu. Let's move to slide 6. In this slide we are going to discuss authoritative name server response and response to browser. This server holds the actual IP address for the domain and send it back to recursive server. An authoritative DNS server works by holding the official, definitive DNS records for a specific domain, acting as the final source of truth for that domain's IP address and other information. Response to browser. When a recursive DNS server is asked for the IP address of a domain it doesn't have cached, it queries the authoritative server, which responds with the correct IP address.